Hello everyone, welcome to Supawan Green's workshop. It is a great pleasure to be here, among all of you in Deventer, the Netherlands, okay? And thank you very much for the host, Kay, which I believe that she have give you a title today as How to Overcome Stress with Tai Chi. Okay, so I would like just to adjust a little bit the word Tai Chi. In fact, to me, it's meditation. So the title will be How to Overcome Stress with Meditation. Is that okay with you? Yes. Okay, so before you want to engage in meditation, it is very important that you know why you need to do that. Okay, so in this workshop, I will try to give you a bit of theory, okay, to help you to understand your life form, really, yourself, your inner self, your mind, okay, and then a bit of practice, okay. The actual Tai Chi movement, we will do it in the garden after lunch, because after lunch you're going to be quite tired, sleepy, feeling sluggish. So we are going out in the garden and do the 18 movements of Tai Chi, Qigong. Okay, but in the morning session, I'm trying to help you to understand yourself, really, especially understand your mind, okay? So I will use lots of props. This is my tool, very simple tool, okay? So this is like your body, okay? Your head is here, your brain is here, and then you got the nature of the mind that you call mind. Can you see that? The term mind in my knowledge is making up, it's not just one element, one entity, it's made up of 4 different entities or 4 different elements, okay, which I will use the term like Tom and Jerry, okay. So basically you got the physical self here, and then you got the mental self, okay, which is the state of your consciousness, and then you also got your thoughts, your memories, your feelings, which drive you up the wall, cause you stress. You see, when you have stress, it's this kind of boom, boom, boom in your head all the time. So all these things is very important for you to understand, especially the nature of the mind, which trap inside, your body. Okay, it's very difficult to understand. So I will try to use all these tools to help you to understand and help you to know why all of us really need to do meditation. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. All right then. So basically, okay, we are, if you look at this picture here, okay, we are at position A. You are here because you have stress, you have worries, anxiety, restless, loneliness, fear, fear to get old, fear to have cancer, fear to be paralyzed and sit in the wheelchair all the time, bed-bound, wheelchair-bound, all these things. And then we all have anger, envy, losing control of our mind. Okay, so all these things is about the mind that losing control. Okay, I have a few picture here, which are the cause of our stress, just to help you to see things clearer. Anger, we don't like anger. We don't like to get angry, but when anger consumes us, nothing could stop. All the reason is just thrown out of the window, and then you just want to lash out, you just want to fight, you just want to win, you just want to get everything out. And in between that, a lot of damage have happened, especially if there are children in between, okay? And I'm sure that all of you just want to have control of your anger, how not to let it happen. So this is something that we can deal with if you know about meditation, okay? So just want to show you, all this, the stress from work, all these things, and then this can cause you stress as well, right? Something like this. If it's not about drinking, it could be gambling, womanizing, all these things. It's lots of, like this. Okay, and then illnesses, accident. There is no way that we, can know the future. We never know that what is around the corner. 1 minute everything in life is seem fine, you know, but next minute when things happen, you know, all hell can break loose and your whole life can be turned upside down. Okay, which can be quite scary. If it's not happening to yourself, could be happen to your loved ones. So all these things, we got to be prepared that if things happen like this, how can we be in control of our mind? Okay, because if you lose control of your mind, it can be quite scary. Okay, like this, pressure at work, you know, you do your very best, but you don't get anywhere at all, something like that. And children, you know, your loved ones, which something like this is happening on the news all the time. You see, all the time. I don't mean to scare you, but this is reality of life. Okay, the reality of life. And someday, you know, people think that, oh, you're so lucky. You know, everything in your life seems so perfect. You know, that is from other people's point of view. But for yourself, you know that although externally I look so perfect, but I only know that I myself only know that I'm going to die. I just want to curl up in the corner, you know, and then die because I don't know what happened to me. You know, I just lose control over my mind. And then this is the reason why all this antidepressant, you know, pill, tablet, medication has become bestseller because people just don't know where to find the solution apart from, you know, go to see a doctor and then that's it, prescribe the pill and then you just keep on popping the pill. Well, if popping the pill can help you, carry on. But a lot of people have found that popping the pill is not the answer, and a lot of people come to find, you know, the therapeutic way like meditation, which is something that we're going to deal with today. Okay, so this is all the reason of stress. And then parting, you know, from someone that you love forever, this can be quite painful as well, that a lot of people having stress. And then loneliness. This modern type of loneliness is quite profound. It's not the kind of loneliness that you lost, you know, in the Black Forest all by yourself, but it's the kind of loneliness that you are among crowd of people, parties, you know, but for some reason you find that I cannot understand other people and other people cannot understand me. A lot of things in here I don't even know. I don't even have words to express. I don't know what happened to me and I just want to feel better, but I cannot get all these things away and I don't know how to talk to people. Especially men, you know, they are not really equipped with words to express all these inner feelings, emotion, thoughts that bothering them. And this is a very profound kind of loneliness of nowadays, okay? So all this issue is all about ourselves, you know, our problems, okay? So everyone, please look at yourself and then try to underline the problem, okay? It means that if you have all this problem, it means that at the moment we are standing at position A, okay? Where we have all the stress, worry, anxiety, restless, loneliness, fear, anger, you know, envy, or losing control, okay? So no matter what words that I have been using, okay, at position A, I want you to recognize that it's all about our mind that you call the mind, you know, it in the position of having all this boom, boom, boom. I don't know, I use the word boom, 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 is quite it means that losing control, boom, 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 okay? So this is the symptom in position A. Okay, no matter what word that you use, it's just something that is not right in there. So in today, okay, what I'm going to offer you today is trying to help you with this medication, or I use two different metaphor. Can be medication or can be transportation. Okay, which will help you to position B. Position B is to help you to reach your peace, your calm, your mental stability, okay, in control. Okay, so from here, boom, 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 losing control to something that you be fully in control of your mind. Okay, in control of your mind. Okay, so what you need to do is to take this medication that the Buddha called the 4 foundations of mindfulness. Okay, or learn to drive this new vehicle or transport, driving a car, which is called the 4 foundation of mindfulness. Sometimes they call vipassana. I have to give credit to the teacher, okay, who give us this tool, which is the Buddha, okay, but I don't want to make it sound too Buddhism, too Buddhist, you know, to you. So I try to simplify the term, and my terminology is bringing your mental self back home. Okay, so the 4 foundation of mindfulness or vipassana, or bringing the mental self back home, basically is the meditation skill, okay, which we're going to delve into it today. I will teach you how to take this medication. I will teach you how to drive this mental transport, okay, so that you can travel from position A to B. Okay, in terms of driving the transport. Or I will teach you to take this medication. Once this medication kick into the system, you will reach position B, okay, where you can experience your peace, your calm, all these things. But the tricky point is that the part that will need to drive this transport or take this medication is not your physical self. Okay, if it's your physical self, it's easy to do. You jump in the car, you know, and get driving, or just popping the pill onto your tongue, follow with the water, and then you can carry on, you know, take the tablet. But it isn't as simple as that. That's why you need someone to guide you. Okay, because the person who needs to take this medication or driving this transport is your mental self. Is your mental self, yeah. I will show you the next picture. Okay, yeah. So I separate into, you got the physical self, right? And then you got the mental self. And this mental self is the part that need to take the medication, need to drive this vehicle, okay? Why we need to do that? I come back to this problem. Because before, okay, if you don't do any meditation, don't practice this, your mind or your mental self is full with all these, you know, thoughts here and there. Okay, so we are going to try to get rid of all this clutter in your mind, all this rubbish thought in your mind, okay, by doing meditation or bring your mental self back home. Okay, so are you all ready to engage? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to introduce the mental self to you. And the way to introduce mental self, we got to sit and then meditate together, and then I will guide you along. Okay, so there are 2, I will explain like this, that you got the physical self and then you got the mental self, right? And then this mental self, in fact, is your consciousness. But during in meditation, I will explain further. There are 3 things that you need to focus, okay? When I use the term mental self, okay, like the physical self, you got the physical eyes here. Your mental self, you also got the mental eyes, okay? And what are eyes used for? Eyes are for viewing, okay? Eyes are for viewing the scenery, you know, around us, okay? Your mental eyes are also used for viewing your inner scenery, okay? There are 3 groups of inner scenery that you need to view, and that is your breathing, your movements, and your physical sensations, which I will explain as we engage in meditation. I will explain to you that these are the foundation of mindfulness, or the nature of the home where your mental self can come back to take refuge. Okay, can come back to take refuge. I will point out what the mental eyes or this thing is during the practice. Okay, so if you are all ready, okay, we are going to, can everyone try to sit up with your back upright, okay. You will see that these two pictures, there are two numbers in there. During meditation or bring your mental self back home, I'd like you to raise your level of self-awareness, okay, toward your breathing, movements, and physical sensation to 1,000,000%, okay, up here, okay. Just try to distinguish, you know, the two different levels of self-awareness, okay. Outside meditation, when your mind is full of, you know, mental clutters, your thoughts, your memories, feelings, all these things, your level of self-awareness drop, okay, drop to 100%. You kind of know that you breathe, know that you move, have the sensation, but knowing in a way that all these clutters, you know, is all clutter your mind. Okay, and so therefore it's not clear. So during meditation, it is very important that you have to raise your level of self-awareness to a much, much higher level, which I just highlight with the term 1,000,000%. Okay, just to distinguish the word, that's all. Okay, so what you need to do, this 1,000,000%, is to use your mental eyes, really wholeheartedly focus on your breathing, on your movements, if there is any, okay, and on your physical sensation, which I'm going to ask you to really, you know, beat yourself, smack yourself, okay, so that we can bring that strong sensation up, and then you can focus better. It will be clearer once you engage in the practice, okay? So 100% here, 1,000,000% here, okay? So try to do your best. Is everyone ready? Okay, right, sit with your back upright. I'm going to sit down as well. Right. Can everyone close your eyes, please? Close your physical eyes down. Now, once your physical eyes are closed down, you still feel that you have a self, and that sensation is the working of your consciousness, okay, of your consciousness. Sometimes the Buddha called the consciousness element. So this consciousness, I will use the term mental self instead. Okay, so you've got the physical self, and then you've got the mental self. That mental self is that very strong feeling that I am here, I am here. If you still don't get it, it doesn't matter, don't worry about it too much, okay? Can everyone move to your eye socket there? Okay, the location by your eye socket. So by your eye socket is your mental eye, the mental eyes that belong to your mental self. And as I said before, eyes are for viewing. Okay, so we are going to use our mental eyes by your eye socket to view the inner scenery. So please, everyone, use your two hands, smack onto your legs very hard. Go on, slam into it. Okay, that's it, that's fine. Right, the pains in your legs, in your hands are quite overwhelming right now. So use your mental eyes, which belong to your mental self, to view the pains in your hands and in your legs, please. Now view them wholeheartedly. with the level of self-awareness, which I have graded as 1,000,000%. Just to highlight the high level of self-awareness towards your physical sensations right now. Can you see that this is something that you already have the experience before? It's very simple, very ordinary. What I have done for you, or what is new for you, is just simply separate the observer. The observer is your consciousness or your mental self with the mental eyes, who are the observer, the viewer, the looker. And then you have the observed, which is the pains right now, the object. Okay, we separate into two different things so that you know exactly what is happening. Nothing new, but I just highlight to make things clearer to you. And the next thing you need to know, here, smack your legs again, please. Make it. Right, that's it. Okay. The next thing you need to know is that your physical sensations is the foundation of mindfulness, the second foundation of mindfulness, or they are the second home where your mental self can come back to take refuge. Okay, if I use in terms of, comparison like this, you will understand better. Your physical sensations, such as the pains in your hands, in your legs right now, are the nature of the home or the foundation where your mental self can come back to take refuge. So to bring your mental self back home, how exactly you can do it is to use your mental eyes by your eye sockets. Look at the physical sensations right now. Look at them wholeheartedly with the full 1,000,000% of concentration. Don't think of anything else. Fully focused, look at the pains wholeheartedly. By doing this, it means that you have brought your mental self back home. That's all you need to do. Okay, so everyone just keep on focused on the pains until they gradually disappear. Don't drift. Fully focused, look at the pains, the nature of the home, where your mental self can take refuge. I have said that your entire physical sensations are the nature of the home, second home, where your mental self can take refuge, which means that it's not only the pains in your hands, in your legs. When you sit in the chair like this, there are other areas of physical sensations too, such as your backing, leaning against the back of the chair if you lean, your bottom, the weight of your bottom sit on the seat. There are sensations there too. Your both feet touching the floor, either on the carpet or on the tile, you will experience different sensations there. Apart from that, we also have the sensations of your clothing touching your body, which everyone will see different type of scenery depending on what kind of fabric material that you have, that you are wearing right now. Also, both hands are touching your upper legs. There are sensations there too. Okay, so all these area of sensations that I have just described are the nature of the foundation of mindfulness, or the nature of the second home where your mental self can take refuge. Now, how exactly that you can do to bring your mental self back home or to practice the mindfulness is to use your mental eyes by your eye socket. Okay? Look or view at the different area of physical sensations. Look at them wholeheartedly with the full 1,000,000% of concentration. Don't think of anything else. Just look. By doing this, it means that you have brought your mental self back home. In comparison, you are taking the medication that will help you to reach position B, where you can be in control of your mind, when you can experience your inner peace, calm, mental stability. Or if I compare with you driving a transport, a car, a mental car, by bringing your mental self back home, focus wholeheartedly with the full 1,000,000% of concentration. It means that your mental self is driving this mental vehicle heading toward position B, where you can be in full control of your mind. So if you want to be in full control of your mind, experience the peace, the stability, the calm, the stillness, you must drive this transport, keep on driving, or keep on taking this medication. By use your mental eyes to focus, look at your physical sensations wholeheartedly. Right, I'm going to introduce the other two groups of inner scenery. Can everyone please use your both hands and then stroke your legs, okay? Go round your knees and then up again. Please do it slowly, slowly. Okay, both hands stroke down toward your knees, go round your knees and then up again, so that we can create the scenery of physical movements. Physical movement is part of our life. Okay, so please use your mental eyes by your eye socket to look at the movement. Look at them very directly, very simply. Whatever you see, and that's it, Wisvik. Okay? Whatever you see, just directly into it. There is no need to talk or chant anything in your head at all. Eyes cannot talk. Eyes can only view and see scenery. The movements, your physical movements, no matter how you move, are the first foundation of mindfulness, or the nature of the first home where your mental self can come back to take refuge. Okay? So, please look at the movements. And then you can also see that it is inevitable not to see the physical sensation at the same time. It means that at this moment, apart from the hands movement that you can see, you can also see the physical sensation, the rubbing on your legs, right? So I explain it this way. We extend the first and the second home into one big home. It is quite natural that your eyes, your mental eyes, can see more than one object at a time. So see both things together. And then please breathe deeply at the same time. Can you see that your mental eyes can also see your breathing activity too? Just like your physical eyes, when you look in front of you, you can see more than one object at a time. So is your mental eyes. Your mental eyes right now can see 3 different scenery at the same time, which are your breathing, your movements, and your physical sensations. The breathing and the movements are the nature of the first home where your mental self can take refuge. Physical sensations are the second home. So we're going to extend these 2 homes into one big home, which means that your mental eyes can look at these 3 groups of scenery in one viewing. So please look at them wholeheartedly with full concentration, 1,000,000% of concentration. When you do this, you are bringing your mental self back home, which means that you are taking the medication that can help you to de-stress yourself, to be in control of your mind, which means that your mental self is driving this mental transport, which will bring your mental self toward position B, where you can find your peace, your stillness, your calm, and fully in control of your mind. Okay, so we are going to practice this skill that can help us to be in control of our mind. Breathe deeply from time to time. And really focus on these three groups of scenery. Can everyone stop stroking, please? And then look at the buzzing sensations, which is quite overwhelming in your hands, in your legs, as well as your breathing. Really dig into this scenery, inner scenery, with the full concentration. Now, once the buzzing sensation subsided, okay, don't let your mind float. Don't let your mental eyes float, okay? Concentrate on your breathing and then other areas of physical sensations, like your backing, your bottom, your feet touching the floor, hand touching your legs, the fabric touching your body, your clothing. Okay? Right, next, can everyone fist both hands, please? Make a fist and then thumb onto your legs, thumb. Now look at the three groups of scenery. The movement have come back. So look at your breathing, your movements, and your physical sensations. Right, that's it. Everyone sit still and then look at your breathing and the sensations. It is very important for the viewing at home. If you happen to see this video at home, all these things won't make any sense to you at all if you do not follow, okay, engaging in the practice with us. It can only make sense if you engage in the practice. It is because I am talking about the inner scenery, okay, explaining what is happening inside. We are taking a mental journey. So it is this journey that you got to go along with us to be able to understand all this talking. Without the practice, all these things won't make any sense at all. Okay, so this is the words for those who are watching at home through the video. Don't drift. Focus wholeheartedly on your breathing, movements, if there are any, and then the physical sensations, which are the foundation of awareness or the nature of the home, where your mental self can take refuge. So try to bring your mental self back home always. Next, can everyone smack onto your cheek, please, onto your facial area? And then your arms, one side at a time. The other side. Smack onto your stomach. And then your legs. That's it. Right, everyone look at your breathing and the physical sensations, which are quite overwhelming right now. Really pin your mental self or mental eyes onto the foundation or onto your home. When you can doing this, you are creating the sense of harmony between your body or your physical self and your mental self. This is exactly how you can create the harmony between your body and your mind. Still looking at the physical sensations and your breathing. Keep on driving your mental transport. Keep on taking your medication so that your mental self can move toward position B, where you can experience your peace, your calm, and have full control of your mind. So in this part, everyone for themselves, okay, the mental clutters, the mental rubbish that cause you stress is within every individual. It's within your mind. So everyone got to dispose of all this clutter by yourself. I can only guide you how to do it by making things clearer for you. But you are the one who have to do it yourself, so that all these clutters can be removed from your mind. Allow you to experience the peace, the calm, to be in full control of your mind. So I will emphasize again, how to bring your mental self back home is to use your mental eyes by your eye socket, which this nature is your consciousness. But by using the term consciousness, I cannot really explain much. Okay? I have to personify this neutral element so that you can understand the comparison, the metaphor that I have given, so that you can have the full comprehension why you must do this. So to bring your mental self back home is to use your mental eyes to focus on 3 groups of inner scenery, which are your breathing, your movements, and your physical sensations, by fully focus with the 1,000,000% of concentration. When you can fully focus like this, you have brought your mental self back home. Compared to you are taking the medication that can help you to feel better. You are driving this mental transport so that you can reach position B. But all these things, it doesn't involve any chemical at all. It's purely use human effort, knowledge and human effort, your own effort to invest, to make yourself feel better. Now, if you have done this practice, just like what I have been guiding you, by now, which is about 20 minutes have gone, you should be able to experience some level of peace, calm, the stillness in your mind. So please, everyone, investigate this part now. Look into your head and your heart. Can you see that the number of thoughts in your head have slowed down, have thinned down, have subsided, and allow you to see your mental space, allow you to see the peace, the calm, the tranquility, or just simply feeling good, feeling stronger inside. I hope very much that you have experienced some degree of peace and calm in there. If you do, I also like you to know that this is the direct result, the direct impact of your taking the medication of bringing your mental self back home. Okay? It means that when you keep on focus with full 1,000,000%, that is the time that you are taking the medication. Once the medication kick in, you should experience the symptom in position B, that is peace, calm, tranquility, in control. Or if we use the comparison of driving the transport, while you were engaging in this, full concentration of your breathing, movement, and sensation, that was the time that you are driving this mental transport. And then you will reach position B, finally, where you can experience your peace, your calm, tranquility, in control of your mind. Okay, different comparison, but there is only one practice. And the result is the same. Inner peace, in control. So I hope very much that you have experienced that right now, at least in some degree. Okay, so before I open your eyes, okay, can you just follow this first? From now on, okay, I would like you to know that you do have the nature of the inner self, which I call mental self, which is the working of your consciousness element. Everyone, every human being have it. But we never talk about it. We never highlight what is what. So I have now highlighted for you that nature of consciousness, which is the core of life. Okay, I will call from now on your mental self. And this mental self is your true self. I will talk about it later as well. This mental self is the part that gives you the pain, because this mental self has been attacked or bullied, okay, attacked by your own thoughts, your inner enemies. So this is the reason why I have guided you to bring your mental self safely back home, okay, so that you have the initial refuge whenever you feel unwell inwardly, you feel troubled for whatever reason. You got to know that you must bring your mental self safely home, and then keep on with the practice, which means that this practice will be an ongoing thing. It doesn't mean that you got to do it only in meditation with your eyes closed all the time. You got to do it in your daily life, no matter what activity that you are engaging in, especially your housework, walking, all these things, driving. You got to do it all the time. So I'm going to guide you how to do it. Can everyone smack your face again, please? Your arms, the other side, your stomach, your legs, okay, that's it. Now use your mental eyes to look at all this inner scenery. Train your mental self to be home. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. And then slowly open your eyes, please. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Now as you open your eyes, your mental eye is still there, okay? Now let your mental eye still looking at the sensations. The sensation here and there is still quite overwhelming, okay? Look at them. Now this is something that everyone can do it by yourself, okay, all the time. Even though you are engaging in talking, watching television, you can still do it. Okay, which is something you have done it, but you don't know what is what. So what I try to help you is just to highlight things, that's all, okay? Just to make it clearer. So this is something that you do all the time, especially your breathing, okay? Your breathing is the core of life. Sensation is the core of life. Movement is the core of life. All these three main feature of life that make up your living, your everyday life, has the most important role as the nature of the home where your mental self can come back to take refuge. And this is the good news that not many people in the world know about it, which is a shame. Okay, so once you know about this fact, this good news, you can carry on doing it. Okay, keep on improving your skill, okay, because now if you don't do meditation, doing outside meditation, your mind will be like this. Okay, all this thought, boom, boom, boom into your head, will be come in here, and then your level of self-awareness will drop. Okay, it's something like this. So if you can carry on with your meditation, all through the day, your life will be in harmony. But if you don't do, your life will be all fragmentation because of all these mental clutters that come in between you. Okay, you come in between, your mental self. So before the coffee break, okay, what I'm going to emphasize for you is that I want to say that your physical self, in fact, is just a shell, just like this. Whereas your consciousness or the core of life, which I call mental self, in fact, is your true self. And these two things work together like this. Okay, so just to confirm this, that your mental self or your consciousness is the core of life, your true self. We start from birth, from childbirth, okay? The baby that come out from the womb, if the doctor pick the baby up, if the baby cry, smack, 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 and if the baby cry, it means that that baby come with the shell as well as the consciousness, the core of life, okay? So these two work together, cause the baby to move, to cry, to grow up, to learn, until become like us. All these things, okay? It means that you've got the physical self and the mental self. In the contrary, if the baby come out from the mother's womb, smack, 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 oh, no movement at all, no crying. Oh gosh, why my baby don't cry? Smack again, doctor, smack, smack. Smack a lot until the baby gone blue now, but if there is still no crying at all, it means that that baby only come with the flesh, but the consciousness element doesn't come with the baby. If the consciousness element doesn't come with this flesh alone cannot operate, cannot work. Although got eyes, ear, nose, tongue, and skin. But without this consciousness, this lump of flesh doesn't work. So therefore, it is useless. It is useless. Okay? So it can only work because of this consciousness, okay, or this mental self, okay. So this is the reason why I want to say that the consciousness or your mental self is your true self. In fact, I got another picture here that I want to confirm with you, okay. There are four events, okay, that this consciousness is not with your physical body. That is when you go into a deep sleep, when you are unconscious. You see, they use the word unconsciousness, without consciousness. When you're in the coma or when you're dead. Okay, so in these four events, your consciousness is not with your physical body, and therefore, even though you have eyes, ear, nose, tongue, and skin, you are useless. Can I borrow you, darling? Would you mind to just get your chair and then move to the middle and sit here? Okay? And then I'm going just to want to show you, right in the middle in front of the camera. Facing people. Okay? I just want to show you, just to confirm. Right. What's your name, darling?
Carmen.
Karen.
Carmen.
Oh, Carmen, sorry. Okay. Now, let's say Carmen is the physical self and I am the mental self or the consciousness. So it is this consciousness that made Carmen, become alive, okay, having activity and this and that, okay? But however, if Carmen fell into a deep sleep, okay? You didn't drink anything, did you, darling? Okay, let's say you have really a good, boozing, and then you're just dead to the world, okay? Now, you see, when people are really dead to the world, really deep sleep, the eyes is there, the eye is still there, but this eye cannot see. The ears are here, but cannot hear. Okay, cannot hear. The skin, okay, it's not here. Suppose. Fire, get up, come in, fire. You deep sleep, darling, deep sleep. Okay, fire. But if you are dead to the world, dead to the world, which we have seen, can you see that without the consciousness, this body is useless. It's useless, okay? And in the morning, you have the word, I feel conscious, right? I feel conscious means that this consciousness element come back to the body. Now, once the consciousness come back to the body, I feel conscious. Whoop, life begins again. Can you see that? Life begins because the consciousness come back. So this and that, and then you can learn, you can do things. But without the consciousness, this life form alone is mean nothing. Okay, so you can see, suppose if you scared of spiders, scared of darkness or ghosts, if you sleep with your husband and you happen to wake up in the middle of the night, you see something in the corner, quite scary, maybe girls or darling, go on, get up, you chase the girls away from me. But if your husband happened to be in deep sleep, snoring away, even though you are touching his body, but you would feel that you are so totally alone. Go and find out. Okay, you are so alone. It's almost like you are in the room alone. Okay, just don't have to be in the middle of the night, in the evening watching television or this thing. But if your partner, happen to fail to sleep and you're alone you will feel like you are alone in the room, right? The same as you go to visit, your loved one who are in the coma. In the coma, you go and stroke, this and that, but you feel so alone, okay? Because that true self is not there with you. You are hugging the shell. You are hugging the shell of that person, okay? So in the same way, if anything happens, so you see the word conscious and unconscious, it means life and death. Conscious and unconscious is life and death. Okay, suppose, okay, mommy, don't worry. if come, oh gosh, Carmen, what happened? Carmen is unconscious. Oh, come on, wake up, darling. Carmen, wake up. Oh, why Carmen is unconscious? Can you see that? Unconscious, without consciousness, is something that is so scary. Oh, we must get the doctor, quick, take Carmen to hospital. She's unconscious. Can you see this? This is a matter of life and death. You are talking about the core of life, the missing of the consciousness, which is the core of life. It's not there with the body. So this is very scary, unconscious, okay? In the contrary, okay? Yeah, the consciousness come back. Boop. Oh, Carmen is all right now. She's conscious now. She'd be all right. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so happy. Can you see that? We are talking about this physical self and mental self or the true self. But all these things, not many people know about it. The most scary part is what? The knowledge in the world right now, the entirety of our intellectual knowledge is nothing more than trying to look after this shell. This shell that lived at the most is 100 years old. Whereas this core of life, this mental self or true self, has been traveled, has been, if you don't believe in rebirth, it's okay, okay? But the Buddhists, a lot of people in the world, believe in the rebirth and believe that this true self has been, traveling in this prison of life for eons. And we got no knowledge of how to look after this mental self at all. So this mental self have been attacked, has been bullied, has been abused by our own inner enemies, which is our own thoughts. And there is no way for us to look after this inner self at all, okay? Which is quite scary. Okay? All these things, we got to buckle the seat belt, we got to take the vitamin, we got to have all this security, everything. Everything, all this technology is nothing more than looking after this thing. Yet, we are not happy. are we? You're living in Holland, in a very wealthy country, but can you see that we all have stress? Even though we got everything material-wise, we're still not happy. And this is where it goes wrong, okay? Because we are looking after the wrong person, the wrong self. The person, the self that we need to really look after is our true self, our mental self. And how to look after a mental self is by bringing a mental self back home. That's all there is to it. Okay, so this is the first half, okay, of this morning session, which I want to highlight that your mental self is the true self, and how to look after your mental self, okay, so that you don't have stress, worry, anxiety, losing control of your mind or this thing, is by doing one thing only. And this doing one thing, this means the great teacher already gave it to us, and that is the Buddha. He said that just practice this one thing, the full foundation of mindfulness, or bringing your mental self back home, okay? The information is in the booklet. Right, so by doing this one thing, you are looking after your true self, your mental self, and then you'll be all right. And this part, everyone for themselves. And the younger you can start, the better you will get, because it's just like driving a vehicle, a transport. You've got more time to practice. You've got more time to practice. So Carmen, you are the lucky one, darling. Right. Thank you very much, okay, to be participate in the role play. Right. Right, we are going to have a break of coffee break. The lunch may be dragged on to about 12:30, 1:45, okay, so we have plenty to eat. I'm going to explain, after we come back, I'm going to explain to you about our inner enemies, inbuilt inner enemies that everyone have, that drive us, you know, having all this stress, worry, anxiety, or having suffering, okay? I will explain that before lunch. Thank you very much for now. Thank you.